Good morning everyone. It is Vlogmas day 13. Let me check. Yes, it is. Wow, we're getting there. Anyway, obviously yesterday wasn't a great vlog for you guys. Sorry about that. Hopefully today will be better. I think I'm feeling a lot better than yesterday, but we're still in that sort of early morning stage. I've been up for about 2 hours. But I'm going to get on with doing some things, so I thought, well, I better say good morning and get the vlog started. Of course, Rosie's having a drink right underneath me now. And share bits and pieces. Hopefully get a little bit done this morning. The house just needs a bit of a tidy up. And then we're going to lunch for my mum's birthday at her place later on. And then we've got Christmas movies to watch this afternoon and this evening. So, yeah, and we'll fit in our Advent tea at some stage as well. Beautiful puppies, and then I found what the beautiful puppies had. I was just sitting there, no one's touched it yet. I know it's a puppy, but you can't play with the puppy. He goes back on the tree. That was a good puppy, so you were just looking at it, weren't you? Now I'm going to gather up the dog beds and throw them in the washing machine today. And hope that this one, that's got a hole in it, doesn't fall apart. But they really only tend to use 2 beds at a time. So it's very weird. Oh my gosh. Rosie. She just wants breakfast. I'll do that next. This laundry needs a bit of work as well. I won't get to that today though. Excuse me. Go into the old photos from 81 to 86 to find one of Kevin and I when we first met, when we first got together. It's going a bit crazy. Thanks to Daddy. Kevin's trying to play a game but not having the greatest success. Funny pups. We just discovered a Thai place that we get our lunch from have online ordering. We're quite excited. We'll give it a go today. Yeah, we're still working on this machine. He loves it. Back. It's going to land in your goal. You've got to go back. Now what are you going to do? You can't do 2 at once. You can still chip that one over. She really likes to chase them as well. Come on. Did you bring back 2 balls or probably just 1? What a load to put it in there and you could play all by yourself all the time. Give. Come on. I've got things to do. Do you want me to do it or not? Put it in there. You stand back. Stand back. Oh, puppy. One day, hopefully, you will get it. finally got the video for the 11th or Saturday up. Took a little while. Kevin found me a good little program that I could use to scan the photos. What was it called? Photo scan for Google or something, I think it was called. I also gave scanning a scrapbook layer a go and it worked out, so I'll be able to do that. Like, that's at the bottom of my list of things to do, or near to the bottom, as I work more around the house. But yeah, eventually I want to go through all the scrapbook albums, scan all the layouts, and then get them printed as a photo book, much smaller obviously and compact. Then I can chuck the scrapbook albums, because no one's going to be lugging them around. No one wants to lug them around. I don't want to lug them around. And with a kid like for Thea, I think there's like, I don't know, 10, 12 albums maybe. I don't know when I stopped doing their yearly albums, but they're big fat albums from going back to when they were babies. So I want to do that. I really need to try and find a day or something a week that I focus on that, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Eventually the house should be decluttered and should be maintainable, especially if Christy's pitching in more, which she's been doing. So yeah, just takes me a lot of time to get anywhere. But yeah, I've done the dog's dinner. I've just got to write in a card for Nan and we're going over. I need to do order the tie online, which was so easy and wow, much more convenient than having to ring up, because sometimes if they're busy it's a bit hard for them to hear, or us to hear them to hear us, kind of thing. And often something gets missed off the order there. So hopefully now that will avoid that. It's just, yeah, much more convenient than having to talk to people. We're moving with the times now, and it was a good little system. So God's present, do a card, and yeah, head over next door in a few minutes. And then Kevin's gone to Coles to get me a replacement lettuce, and to look for these called pressed pretzels that we bought. We're not quite sure where we bought them. On our holiday we bought them, and they were so good. And Coles apparently sell them. Whether my Coles down here does or not, I don't know. I said go and have a look for them and see, because that would be so good if they did, because they were yummy. Easy one.
Hello. Oh, hello. You say that and then he jumps up. Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Rosie is crazy.
Aren't you? Okay, come on up.
What? I just was looking at you, filming you. Yeah, he's going to pick up lunch. We just finished our lunch. I thought I'd quickly show you Mum's Christmas decorations. We're doing it a bit early today so that I can hop into my jammies and we can settle in to watch Elf.
I'm in my jammies.
And yeah, you already Kevin's a one step ahead of me. What else are we going to watch? Is it called Rudolph or is it called the Island of Misfit Toys?
I think it says Rudolph.
Yeah, that old one. I'm going to watch that. What day is it? The 13th? Gorgeous Geisha. Oh, I think I've had this one before too.
Yeah, I've had that before. So it's quite a nice one. I don't know if I've had the T2 version.
Oh, I said to Kel, I've already boiled the kettle. 80%? This is a green tea.
80% of 100 degrees.
80 degrees. That's being fresh up with a tea bag.
That's domestic violence.
Yeah. Smooth, sweet, and so creamy. Sencha tea, green tea combined with the luscious flavours of strawberries and cream. It's delicious hot or iced as a summer treat. I think we usually have iced. This geisha's got a hold on us. I can't read.
Well,
and I always have to read like this because
I'm going to go to cook that.
The bifocal. We have to add some cold water to the kettle now. Yeah, you probably often notice I'm reading because I've got bifocal lenses, so the reading part is in the bottom. I could just jot what I'm reading down, but I tend to go like that. So yeah, I think we actually might even have some of this, but we have it iced. I don't know. What does it smell like? I know we've had it before.
Okay, I'm used to it all the time at the tea shop in Wollongong.
Do we have this one iced? Cold? Oh, it smells lovely, doesn't it?
No one's commented on the crazy photos you put up.
Well, they went up a few hours ago.
Oh, of us being very young.
Yes. Young and a lot slimmer. And I have very, very short hair. I really love the T2 teeth. I just wish they didn't use so many artificial colourings and flavourings.
Where's the blobby? There.
Yep. By blobby. Great descriptive words there, Kevin.
It's tea floating on top. We can't have that.
What? Are you a tea perfectionist? We are starting to run out of questions, so you've got any more?
Someone just commented about health insurance over there. They said $300. I don't know if that was per month or per week.
Was that a question?
No.
Just a comment, was it?
But we pay, what do we pay? About, we pay about $700 a month for extra insurance, but that's the best we can get. But you don't need that here because you've got Medicare. But that covers dental and elective surgeries and all that kind of stuff.
Doesn't cover much dental.
No. Covers a bit.
It's very expensive when Kevin goes to the dentist still, even with health insurance. Let it brew a bit longer.
Do you want to stink it first?
I did, I smelled it when we opened it up. It smells nice.
Yeah, it reminds me of the one you always used to have.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it might even have some. Still, I've got a few iced teas. I just don't drink them enough. I like the idea of iced tea, but I've been just drinking more water these days and occasionally having a little watered down juice, but mostly water.
The weekend's over and I have to go to work tomorrow.
Poor Kevin. I know. Oh, I missed you.
I've got lots to do, so...
Oh, we didn't put any cold water in, did we?
Yeah, it's only 80 degrees.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I'm going to be out of it today.
Tastes just like I remember.
Yeah, me too. It's nice. For a green tea, it's nice.
Okay, what's the question? Let's move this train along.
Okay, yes. Do you want to do another Tesla one? Do you want to do that one today? Or we'll leave it for another day?
People must like Tesla questions.
Okay,
yes.
well this is from Ruth Taylor Hamlin. It says, great to have you both in the Q&A video. I have a question for Kevin. How is he enjoying the Tesla? And what would you say are the pros and cons?
The only cons are really the cost. It's only the cost. It's an expensive car. Over here it's pretty expensive. In the US I think it's cheaper. But it's the best car I've ever had, I think. So it's very cheap to run. It's cheap to own because it doesn't have to get serviced. It doesn't have to do anything. I just plug it in. You can plug it into a power point and it charges up enough. So I have a charger. We get a charger with the car here, so I wired that up. And I just charge it once a week. Generally I try and charge it at work because it's cheaper and it's easier. But other than that, it's got all the good features It's zero emissions.
You certainly enjoyed it, haven't you? And even with the expense, I don't think you've regretted it at all. I think it's lived up to your expectations.
Yeah. And it's getting, like, it gets better and better. It didn't do a whole lot of things when we first got it, but every couple of weeks they release a new software update, comes up on your phone and says it's about to do this. So, for example, it didn't have automatic wipers when it rained, and then someone complained and they just said, all right, next Friday it'll have automatic wipers, and they release it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how they can do things so instantly, rather than your car get recalled into the back to the place it came from kind of thing to get work done on it, to get things like that. It's cool. Yeah,
like even with the Toyotas, after a few years you take it back and they want to charge you $1,000 for a new maps disc. Like, this is just, it's always online, it's always up to date, you don't have to worry about it, so they're very good.
I think the only problem we've had sometimes is when it brakes by itself.
Oh yeah, when it's self-driving, occasionally it brakes.
It gets a bit silly, it gets a bit confused about the speed limit and suddenly thinks you're supposed to be going slower than you are.
They released a new software update just when we were coming back from Byron Bay, so I put that on. And then it was just, the car never looked at speed signs before, but now it actually looks at all the speed signs and determines what speed it should be going. But it would suddenly see an exit road, like an exit ramp, and the signs would say 30 kilometres an hour for the exit ramp, and the car suddenly thought that's what the speed limit was for the highway, so it would suddenly slow down from 110 to 30.
And it would go suddenly quick, wasn't it too? You'd be going, oh my gosh, it was suddenly slowing down.
Yeah, but you tend to react pretty quick.
Has that fixed itself now? Have they fixed that?
I don't know if they fixed it. I haven't really seen it again, because it's only on our holiday we noticed it.
Yeah.
I don't have a case here where that would happen. But it drives to work almost every day by itself. It's quite good, it's quite relaxing. Driving's not stressful.
No, you do love it, don't you? And we fitted like everything in to go to, we went up to there. It was fine. Quite a capacity, because we weren't sort of sure how we'd go with that. But
the Model Y is bigger, so that'd be nice. I would like a Cybertruck, but I wouldn't even fit that in the garage because they're huge.
What's the back seat like? Is that pretty comfortable? Because I think
as far as I know, I don't know if anyone's sat in it.
No,
I've had some work people.
I guess you must have, because we've taken her place and she hasn't commented, I don't think. But
as far as I know, people don't mind it. So.
We might just do another question since that was quite a quick one. We do another one?
Yep.
Okay, this is from Katie Bell. Could you tell us about the food I have seen you preparing for your dogs, please? We're interested as we are struggling to find things our dog will eat and don't like to feed him commercial food. I think I've seen the dogs asking for bites of veggies as you chop them up. Yeah, they certainly do that. They know the sound of that chopping board and they will come running. They do love all the little tidbits, and as you've seen, I always give them little bits of carrot or cucumber or whatever I'm chopping up they love.
Yep.
I have got a video on their food. I do it a little bit different now, but basically the ingredients are the same. When we first got Coda, he was sort of being raised as sort of basically plant-based, I guess you'd say. They're not strict vegan dogs, though most of the time they eat a vegan diet. But we just cooked them a lot of grains. So I think I did a lot of research into what would make up a good vegan diet for a dog or a puppy at that stage. So we know we're sort of meeting all those criteria, and they just have, now it's a mixture of rice, lentils, barley and quinoa, which is usually the base. Sometimes I'll add TVP in for some variety for them, and then we always make sure they have a green vegetable as well.
They have to have grains. If you do any research on dog diets, it always triggers a whole lot of comments, and people will say, if you don't feed a dog meat, they're carnivores and you're going to kill them. And we've spoken to vets about it. We've done lots of things about this. The vets are happy. The dogs are happy and healthy.
Well, our dogs have lived a good long life, so... Yeah.
All of the research and studies that have been done say you have to have whole grains, and there's two main categories of diets, and one without grains is not good for them and they don't go very well. So you have to have grains, but just Google without reading all the stupid abuse comments, because people without any veterinary nutrition experience or studying will have an opinion on it. I don't know about cats. Apparently you can't feed a cat a vegan diet, but I'm not a vet nutritionist. I haven't studied it. We just
I've never heard that you can. I've never heard even vegans don't feed their cats a vegan diet.
No, but if you talk to a vet that knows this stuff, they will be able to answer you, and it's better to get their opinion than people on the internet that don't actually know.
Not that we ever asked for the vet's opinion.
I've spoken to the vet about it.
Oh, have you? I haven't. They just asked me and I say vegan diet. And then he just examined this dog and said he's perfectly healthy and they're doing really well. So
because I believe things on the net where people said it wouldn't be healthy to not give them meat, and I assume that a dog wouldn't need meat. But they need meat like a person needs meat. It's an easier diet if they eat meat. It's certainly stinkier if they eat meat. But it just takes more work. But it's not. It's healthier for them. Same as people. If you don't eat meat, it's healthier.
Yeah. Well, these, I said, we've now had 4 dogs that have gone past their expected life expectancy. 3 have reached. Rosie's 14, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so. She's old.
Oh my goodness! When you say it, they expect a golden is expected to live to about 12. That's like the average. Or the expected lifespan is 12. I don't know what the average is, but that's what they expect a golden to live to about 12.
He's 12, isn't he?
He's 12 and a half. Rosie's 14 and a half. Our other golden was nearly 15 when he died, and the other one would have been probably 14 as well. So they've all, and they didn't start off on a vegetarian or vegan diet. The other 2 I'm talking about, they ate meat when they were young because that's what I ate.
Yep.
But when I went to a vegetarian diet, I wasn't comfortable getting meat and cooking meat for them either. So that's when they changed to about halfway through their lives to vegetarian dogs and did very well. And we haven't really had any. We've had not hip problems, knee problems with dogs, but we've never had any other.
That's a golden thing, not a.
Yeah, we've never had any other problems health-wise with them.
And
or even cancers. We've never had. Well, probably Rosie has got some cancer in her. Probably she's got growth, probably. But
she's always been a lumpy dog.
She's very old, so we've never had to deal with anything when they've been younger. So.
But they love their fruit, they love veggies. As soon as you're cutting up an orange or anything, they'll just come and get
watermelon,
some.
especially Keno really loves fruit.
Bits of banana he eats. Coda
Yeah.
doesn't like banana so much.
No,
But yeah, they love their fruit.
they do. It's so good for them.
I think they sometimes get bored with just the grain stuff because it's a bit samey. But the other night...
The way I'm doing it now, they seem to be quite happy with it. Yeah, I just mixed it up a little bit. So like tonight they've got some tofu that is a few days expired. So I'm giving it to the dogs. So they're having that. Last night they had custard in their dinner because we had leftover Mum gave us some custard and it never got eaten. So we don't waste much food that goes to the dogs. That's why I say they are plant-based. They aren't strict. They don't have a lot of meat, but like Kevin's got some leftover thigh from tonight. And if he doesn't eat it all, it'll end up with the dogs.
Yeah.
So they'll just have a little tiny bit of meat, maybe once a month or something, hardly any. But we don't want to waste it, and they do enjoy getting that little treat.
But they like chunky vegetables too, so if we put chunky veggies in their dinner, they like them.
And just to make sure that we're not missing anything, they do have the vegan dry food in the morning, so they'll get a good half a cup of that. Keno has a full cup.
That's all vitamin fortified and all that stuff as well.
Anything that they may be missing is in that, so we feel comfortable that they're getting everything. But the vets are always really happy with their health. Even the old ones, the vets are always impressed how good they're going. So that's all we can ask for. But I do cook their dinner now every night. I'm using, if you've got a pressure cooker, that just makes it easy, or do it in batch cooking like I used to do and pop it in the fridge. We just discovered they were enjoying it better when it was made fresh and not cold from the fridge, so that's why I've started doing it. Plus I've got 4 dogs to feed. I'm guessing we'll go down to 2. I probably won't do it every night again, but...
And they get peanut butter in the morning.
Well, only the Groodles do.
So they are. A lot of people are probably bored because they don't care about dog food.
No, well, they will probably have moved on.
Well, should give them a link to ignore the dog food button.
I do that down the bottom. I usually have questions. Some people won't care about your Tesla.
No.
Some people wouldn't have cared about my makeup when I talked about that the other day.
I don't care about your makeup.
That's what happens in a Q&A.
I fast forward the makeup bits.
I'm sure you do. Anyway, we'll leave it to, if you've got any other questions about the dog food, I will link my other video that I did. It's basically the same. I can't remember what I was doing different now. But yeah, if you've got any questions, let me know and I can answer them on a more personal note. Yeah, and if you guys have got any other questions for the Q&A, please send them my way. I think we've only got another 2 left. So, gotten through them. Which I guess as we go through with next week might be a good thing because it's getting busier.
Might have to merge some days.
We'll still have to have an Advent tea. You might just have to listen to Kevin and I jabber on about nothing. We can come up with a random topic. Maybe we'll have story time. We'll have to have story time with us.
We'll talk about snails.
So I recommend you send in some more questions.
Oysters. Did you know Charles Darwin was the first person that we know of to put wheels on an office chair so he could wheel around to look at his samples. He invented the wheelie chair. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we've got random facts that no one needs to know with Kevin. If you've got any other topics, if you have any questions, you've got any topics you want to hear about, let us know. All right, well, I will see you later on because the day it's only mid-afternoon, so I won't say goodbye to you yet, just bye for now.
It seems like it's getting dark.
It's only 3:30 in the afternoon.
It seems later.
We've got Christmas movies to watch, but yeah, gorgeous geishas are a winner.